The Los Angeles police officers' trial, also known as the Rodney King beating trial, all started March 3rd, 1991, when officers Tim and Melanie Singer chased Rodney King down the 210 freeway in California. As you can see, when officers Lawrence Powell, Theodore Brisno, and Timothy Wynn stepped into the situation, it is taken out of control. This video was recorded by George Holliday from his nearby apartment. The officers hit King repeatedly with their batons over 50 times. On March 7th, Daryl Gates announced that the officers Stacy Kuhn, Theodore Brisno, Timothy Wynn, and Lawrence Powell would be prosecuted. On April 29th, 1992, the jury acquits Kuhn, Wynn, and Brisno of all charges and could not reach a verdict on Powell. At about 5 p.m., riots began in Los Angeles. The prosecution was led by Deputy District Attorney Terry White. At first, their motive did not include potential racism. However, after hearing Powell's message reading "Gorillas in the Mist" to other officers, this changed. The prosecution's main witness was Melanie Singer, and their main piece of evidence was the George Holliday video. Melanie Singer testified that in a matter of minutes, Powell had taken out his baton and started swinging, and that she believed his actions were unnecessary. The defense was led by Michael Stone. They pushed explanations for each of the hits and kicks performed by the officers and brought many experts in police procedures to testify. One of their first witnesses was Susan Kleemer. Stacy Kuhn also took the stand and said that King was dangerous and that he felt frightened by King. The defense used Charles Duke as an expert witness to analyze the video and conclude that only reasonable force was used against King. The jury pool consisted of 260 people. While the prosecution admitted to wanting to see African Americans skeptical of police practices, there were only 6 in a total of 260. The only one who made it to the stand was removed by Michael Stone using his preemptory challenge. The jury seemed to be perfectly in line for the defense to win. 2 jurors were NRA members, and another 2 were retired military veterans. The jury consisted of 10 whites, 1 Hispanic, and 1 Filipino American. 6 were male and 6 were female. It only took the jury a day to decide that Kuhn, Wynn, and Brisno would not be charged, and 6 days later they couldn't reach a verdict on Powell. The jury reached a final decision charging Kuhn and Powell guilty and acquitted Wynn and Brisno. Rodney King was never charged of driving under influence, and he was given $3.8 million in compensation by the city. After the trial, King had many accounts with the police on domestic violence as well as substance abuse and driving under the influence. King also wrote a book titled "The Riot Within: My Journey from Rebellion to Redemption," and participated in a show called Celebrity Rehab. King was found dead in his swimming pool on June 17th. George Holliday stated that his name appeared in the textbooks, and that was the coolest thing for him. Stacy Kuhn is 61 and will not talk about his personal life because of many death threats. Lawrence Powell is 49, living in San Diego County, and worked in the computer retailing industry. Timothy Wynn lives in Kansas but could not be reached. Theodore Brisno is 59 and lives in Illinois. In my opinion, I believe that the case was handled adequately, and I do agree the officers should have been charged because of their aggressiveness and abuse of force.